Breath moves down to the sternum area. And then out into the lungs, right and left. If you're receiving breath equally on both sides. Observe the movement of the ribs as you breathe. Can you feel they're creating more space between the ribs? More area, right? So as you inhale, you're creating space with an action. And as you exhale, you're slowly releasing that action. There's less space when the air comes out. So you don't have to force the air in and out. Gently welcome the breath, and then gently let it go. And then the diaphragm, observe the diaphragm. That's the big breathing muscle, shaped like an umbrella, open umbrella, rebel, up into the rib cage. That rests. And then when you inhale, it engages, pushes down about an inch, just an inch. Right, so then the abdomen at the upper part by the lower ribs moves out. And then the lower ribs also have to make space, right, for the diaphragm. So the lower ribs move out and they flare up a little bit, like the wings of a bird, out and up. Not just in the front, but also in the sides and the lower back ribs. Can you feel that? And then keep moving that up into the side ribs, up under the armpits and back ribs, and all the way up into the top chest. That's the third part of the breath. The sternum and the collarbones lift. Like the old-fashioned pump handles, it moves out into the skin and then up towards the chin. Three-part breath is belly, ribs, chest. Full breaths, long, slow, deep breaths. Make the space by lifting and expanding the rib cage and chest. And then maintain that lift and expansion as you exhale. Once you can, just let the diaphragm release back up under the ribs, the belly pull in, but keep an open chest, an open heart, an open space for the air to come in. And we'll do our opening chant, calling the song to Om together. So bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, and press your outside edges of your thumbs into your sternum at the bottom, right at the bottom, and then lift the bottom to the top. Lift it up, lift your arm bones again up and roll them back, and then turn the shoulder blades down on the back, and connect the outer edge of your upper arm and the triceps with the outer edge of your shoulder blades muscularly at the outer edge of the upper back. Keep lifting the heart and press the thumbs firmly there so you can feel the vibration of the chin. All the fingers together. Bring everything together. There are no spaces. Yeah, make a seal. Good. Mudra. Okay, inhale, exhale deeply. And then inhale for Om. Om. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Vidyam. Tejasvi, Tejasvi, Namadita, Namadita, Astuma, Astuma, Vidvishavahai, Vidvishavahai, Om. Deeper breath lifting your heart. And then as you exhale, release your head over forward, chin towards your chest, and release your hands down to your thighs. Pause for a few breaths here. Maintain the dramatic lift of the side and center body in the chest. So make a pedestal for your head to rest on. So let your heart be big and expanded in the front chest. Soften the front of the throat and draw the trachea, the windpipe, towards the back of the neck and the sides of the throat towards the back of the neck, releasing the muscles at the back of the neck and the base of the skull. Curl the chin in towards the notch between the clavicles, stimulating Korma chakra and calming the senses. And let your scalp release to your forehead, forehead to your eyebrows, eyebrows to your eyelids, eyelids to your cheeks. Let your eyes move to the back of your head and release down into your heart center. And let all the energy of your brain, your eyes, and your other senses descend into your heart center. So drain the brain and come out of the thinking brain and come into the sensing and feeling body. And have a sense of yourself emanating from your heart center, not just the front, but also the back and the sides. And then keeping your eyes closed on an inhalation, slowly curl up the back of your neck. So your ears settle over your shoulders. And then with your eyes closed, slowly raise your gaze to the horizon. And keep your eyes to the back of your head so there's less pressure on your eyelids. And keep your gaze internally soft and broad. And so you're looking ahead from the back of your skull, allowing your eyelids to gently float open. And you go ahead and extend your legs. And loosen. And then we'll sit in Vajrayasana. So you can open up your blanket and like so. And then sit on your heels. So you have some softness for your shins, and you're going to go to Virasana next. So come to your hands and knees, and then draw your knees together, and then draw your outer ankles in, so the inner edges of your feet come together. You're on the blanket too. And then slowly sit back and try to keep squeezing the outer ankles in as best you can. The heels will come a little apart, right? But you're trying to get them in towards each other. So you really lengthen the tops of the feet evenly. Yes, it will be blanket. And sorry, can you remind me of your name? Aneta. Aneta, okay. Okay. And then, so we're working towards Virasana, right? So when you do Virasana, you don't want to splay the heels out, toes in. You want the feet pointing straight back. So this assists. And it's strong, right? So if you need some support under your ankles or between your hips and heels, you can take it. And then we'll do something to distract you, okay? So take your hands behind and interlace your fingers. Lift your hands a little higher up. Lift your shoulders up really high towards your ears, any amount towards your ears up, and bend back. Keep them up as you take them back. And then squeeze the elbows in, shoulder blades over the spine, and then extend your arms down. And then you'll pump your arms a few times. You'll bend and straighten. And as you straighten, observe how it pulls the shoulder blades down and together over the spine, right? And then as you bend, the shoulder blades come up and separate. So just feel the movement of the shoulder blades on the back. And then the next time your arms straight, you stay there. And then find that reverse C in the armpit chest. Well, first let's take the bandhas. Tailbone forward, side, voice back. So you don't just shove it, which I do. Okay, so I can show you a good example of that. Okay, so, and then back of the armpit to the front of the armpit, front of the armpit up, and edge of the shoulder blades down. So pull the arms down, yeah? And reset the bandhas, and take the arms up now, behind you, straight, and up, yeah. See how it pitches you a little bit forward? So this is like bridge, right? In preparation for shoulder stand. So again, lift the shoulders, roll the shoulders down the back, energy the shoulder blades down, take the armpit chest up, but keep the arms up. Reset the bandhas, and then repeat one more time. Arms up higher. See how it pitches you forward. And then reverse the in the armpit chest and render the shoulder blades down. You can as you lift the arms up. You can as you lift the arms up. Reset the bandhas, and then gently release. And loosen. Good. Chest opener. Okay. You do it with the opposite interlace. So now you take your hands and then you just change the interlace behind. Okay. And then again, lift the shoulder, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows, shoulder blades towards each other, and then straighten, shoulder blades come together and down, bend, shoulder blades come up and apart. Observe. Sorry, I will get them. That's me. Firm elbows, tailbone forward, sides to the waist back. Reverse C in the armpit chest. Imagine the shoulder blades down. It's going to feel it. You'll feel how it takes your arms down, right? When you do that. Now take your arms up and back behind you. Feel how that pitches you a little bit forward. So then reverse C in the armpit chest and run the shoulder blades down even as you lift the arms up. And then take the bondage again. Lift again. Yeah, reverse C in the armpit chest and run the shoulder blades down even as you lift the arms up. Bondage again. One more time. Up. Oh, reverse C. Reverse the shoulder blades down. And woo, okay. Loosen. Then you'll come onto your hands and knees, take a moment to rest. And then knees together, feet apart. Actually, why don't you extend your legs, pull your toes under, and push your heel back. So you straighten the knee, flex the ankle. You can do that on each leg. Do it a couple of times. Okay. And then when you sit this time, so the first time you could potentially get both your heels in between your sit bones if you're a lady. Now this time you're getting the sit bones in between the heels, but you're still sitting on the heels. So you're just taking the heels a little bit apart, but draw the outer ankles in so the feet point straight back. Sit again on the heels. So we're working towards Virasana. Yeah. And then as you're there, deflate the legs and let the weight of the body settle. Internet outage, bad weather, and we're in high-tech city. That's Morgie. So you can't log in. What happens? Yeah. So knees are together. Yeah. And so, oopsie. Are you sitting on your heels, Fernanda, or on your blanket? On your heels. Yeah, heels. Heels. Yeah. Okay, good. Knees together. Yeah. Just yeah, that's good. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then we're Virabhadranguliyasana. Interlace your fingers, webbings together, turn your palms out. Okay. Lift your elbows up and then draw the arms back a little and connect. So find your elbows and your triceps, right? And then draw the triceps from the elbow tip to the armpit back and connect that to the shoulder blades. If you can find that muscular connection. Draw the shoulder blades down. Even as the elbows come up, draw the shoulder blades down. Yeah. And then tailbone forward, sides and waist back. Take the bandhas, extend your arms. Okay, and then you take the pinkies up, thumbs down, and turn the wrists so the wrist creases point to each other. And then take the thumbs way down. Really extend the thumbs down and the pinkies up. They don't have to touch. Thumbs down. Yeah. And roll the forearms in from the outer elbows across the top of the forearm to the thumb side of the wrist. And that, then you have to adjust your upper arms, right? So then you have to take the outer edge of the upper arm down, reconnect that, inject the arms into the shoulder blades on the back, and reset the bandhas. So here, to draw the shoulders down, and then inject into the, yes, and from the shoulder blades on the back, but the mid-back core. And then inhale, take your arms up. Go slow, not fast. So you can observe, right? And you can stop where there's a little restriction. Don't just power through it, right? And then turn your hands more. Pinkies back, thumbs forward. From your elbows more. Now keep the hips solid on the heels, and then find the rib cage. And lift the rib cage up off the hips. So you have a little bit more space between your outer rib cage and your outer hips. And then lift each rib one up off the other. Get more length from just the side body. Lift the side body, that's connected to the arms, right? Squeeze the elbows in, engage the triceps. Turn the hands, pinkies back, thumbs forward. Slide the sides of the throat back and look up at your hands. And observe. And then reset your head. Reset your bandhas and lift a little higher. Good. Exhale, release. Turn your hands. And then you change the interlace. Other pinky on the bottom. Other index finger on the top. Yeah. Okay. Use a blanket between your hips and heels. Try using a blanket if you can. Instead of sitting on the blocks, sit on the blanket between your hips and heels. Yeah. Try to keep your knees together. I mean, they'll come a little, you don't have to have the knees like squeezed together, but the femur bones, try to keep them straight out. Yeah, yeah, like that. Okay. And then, so you change the hands, and then you turn, right, elbows up, keep your elbows bent. Keep your elbows bent, hands close in, yeah. Now, shoulder blades down, connect the triceps to the outer edge of the shoulder blades, feel that connection at the outside edges of your wings, right, your wings are there. Reset your bandhas, and then extend your arms. Okay, keep the webbings together as best you can. And then pinkies up, thumbs down, turn the wrists, turn from the outer edge of the elbow across the top of the forearm to the thumb side of the wrist. So you really internally rotate the forearms and hands, and then externally rotating the upper arms, you draw the shoulders down, inject the arm bones into the shoulder sockets, shoulder blades on the back, from the elbows, mid back core, from the waist, and then in keep up. Don't go fast, go slow. Observe. Breathe. Soften the skin and the flesh where it's tight, right? Root the hips down, put the elbows, turn your hands, and then lift the ribs directly up off the hips, the front, but also the back ribs, up off the back sacrum, and the side ribs, up off the side ribs, and then one hip above the other. Give one more length in the rib cage. Lift the arms, squeeze the elbows in, extend the pinkies back, thumbs forward, slide the sides of the throw back, look up, adjust the hands and elbows as needed, and then look back. And again, lift, get a little more lift, get a little more lift. Good, squeeze the elbows, squeeze the elbows. Good, exhale, release. Lower your arms, good. Come on to your hands and knees. And then, again, then flex the ankle and straighten the knee. And then we sit in Virasana. So you can have a blanket, right, to sit on, right? And when you go into Virasana, you'll your right knees together, feet apart, quite wide, right? And then you dig the flesh. Don't turn like this, watch me for a second. Don't do this, because that pulls too much of the inner knee skin. It's like pulling the flesh away from the sitting bones directly. It's too sharp. It's not good. Okay. So you take the hands behind and you pull the flesh straight back, and then the outer calf, not the inner calf, because there's two parts of the outer, is the gastrocs, right? So the outer one you can pull out a little bit, but you spread it back and you hollow out the back of the knee. And then you sit on your support. Okay, with your toes going more or less straight back. So you get it, so come forward on the blanket more for your left. So your feet are also on the blanket. Yeah, and you definitely want to sit on the support for this. I didn't show without the support, so between my feet. So sit on the blanket, have the blanket there. Yeah. Better. Yeah. Good. So now observe how you're kind of hanging out on the inside edges of your feet, right? So then lift and shift, sit up. You can use a hand. Come on, lift up. But everybody. And then shift over and sit on one shin. And observe how that's now making you sit more on the outer foot, right? And the outer shin. So that's internal rotation. The thigh is an internal rotation, and so is the lower leg, ideally. And if it's not doing that, then it's turning externally, and that's going to affect the knee. So you don't want to be on the inner knees so much. You want to be more on the outer knees, right? So then come back and do that on the other side. So that instead of rolling to the inside edge, you're rolling to the outside edge of the foot from the calf. You can press it a little bit, and then you come back, right? And you can spread the flesh. Yes, you adjust. So your feet are, you can put your hands in between your heels and your buttocks, right? There's space there, but your knees stay straight ahead. Yeah. You can bring your feet a little wider, Amanda. Yeah, come on your hands and knees and do it. Come on your hands and knees. Now, no, like this. Hands and knees. Bring your knees all the way together. Yes, keep your feet wider. Yes, but still on the blank. Yes. And then as you sit back, dig the flesh. Yes. Right? Okay. Then try to get more and more on the outside of the foot and lower legs. And then hold one knee, on the inside edge of the knee. Use your hand. Don't use your leg strength. Use your arm strength. Lift up. Lean back. And then down. So that stretches the skin up. Right? And that helps the inner knee skin to come up too. So you're adjusting. Right? Just observe. Those little adjustments make a huge difference. When you adjust the skin, under the skin, the flesh moves too. You can feel the skin, and then you can go, oh, something's happening under the skin, because I can feel the skin is funny, right? You can't necessarily feel the stuff under the skin, but you get more accustomed to feeling that as well. So then observe the inner groins are deep here, right? Your inner groins are deep. This internal rotation of your thighs and your lower legs are just pointing back, so that it feels different, but it's the same. It's internal rotation. So hook your thumbs into your outer hips, so where the thighs meet the pelvis, and descend over as well. So hook your thumbs into the tops of your thighs and feel that push, and let all that outer hip descend there as well. You're not descending just in the inner thighs, but also in the outer hips. It's like in down dog, you take your inner groins back and your outer hips back, and it's the same in any forward bend. Okay? This is a bit of a forward bend. We're sitting upright, right? So the pelvis isn't like this. That's like standing, right? This is like more towards the forward bend. Okay? Now we'll distract you another way. So you take your right arm up. Good. Lift both sides equally. Lift the rib directly up off the hips. Good. And then bend your elbow. Now your elbow is going to hit more like your upper back in the middle, right? And so that then the armpit goes this way, the top edge of the shoulder blade goes in towards the neck, right? So if you take the elbow in, which includes the armpit, and release the top edge of the shoulder blade out, away from the base of the neck, that's the direction you want to go. That's external rotation. Okay? And then you can use your left hand to lift and turn, and then with your right hand, walk down your shoulder blade. Grip your shoulder blade a little bit. I mean, it's not easy to do, but you can continue to use your left hand. You don't ever have to let go. Keep using your left hand. Take your elbow up above your head. Yes, like that. Stay like that. Lift the chest. Move the chest forward and up. Yeah. That's it. And if it's easy enough, then you can let go and just maintain the lift, right? And try to work the top edge of the shoulder blade away from the ear, armpit towards the face. Keep that external rotation going. Lift. Actively. So everyone's so you can turn, walk, lift, right? But try not to turn everything. Try to keep the torso straight. Yeah. Good. That's the top arm of Gomukhasana, right? What else? Headstand, handstand, downward facing dog, all back bends, right? Yeah. Okay, and then inhale that arm up. Straight elbow. Grip the elbow. Once you've bent, then you want to engage and straighten, just like with the knees. We'll do the same thing, right? Lower the arm. Left arm up. Then the elbow. Right hand goes more to the middle back. So then you turn. External rotation, walk the hand out, the top edge of the shoulder blade away from the ear, armpit towards the face. Walk the hand down towards the shoulder blade. So you can keep on using that arm, right? Or at some point you can let go, right? But try to, don't pull it too much behind the head, right? But turn so the hand moves to the outside. Yes, I know. Keep going that direction. Yes. So there's all these turnings. So the forearm, right, you can externally rotate the upper arm, maintain that and turn the forearm down, right? But we lose that, and then we do everything together. We lose a lot of ability if we don't move every which way, right? Lift, lift up.
Are you gripping with your fingertips or not?
I am doing this. Not huge, right?
I'm hanging on it.
Yeah, it's not huge, but you know, you can have something to sort of grip onto a little bit. You know, it's like holding the belt with the, you know, you don't have to hold it for dear life, right? But you just need something to touch and hold on to. Then you extend. Permanently in order. Good. Okay, bottom arm. Roller post. It's internal rotation now. Right? This is the binding arm. This is the handstand, headstand arm, right? Back and arm. This is the binding arm. You're gonna bind, right? So lift your elbow in. Swing. Swing. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Then you take it across. You can use this hand to pull it across. Like if you wanted to, you could bring it across to bind, right? But you don't need to go that far, right? But then you can use this hand to touch, and you shimmy this guy up, right, towards the inside end of the shoulder blade. So if the fingers go this way, it's okay. You don't want to like torque your hand right now, just wherever it lands, right? But you can use this guy to help. Okay? Shimmy it up. Now you can feel this tightness in pec minor, which is rolling your shoulder down, right? So find that shoulder bone, lift it up. Up, up. Lightly roll it back. Find the shoulder blade and firm it onto the back and a little bit down. Yeah. Good. Okay. Take a breath. Now to release, extend your arm. out to the side, grip the elbow, and then turn the hand all the way back into external rotation in the shoulder. Yeah. Grip the elbow. And then release. Good. And then the other side. Oh, this is my right one. This is my right one. So you turn. You swing. So this loose, right? Loosen the elbow. So let me see, is that your hard shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Okay. Right, yeah, so see if you can just at least let the elbow swing a little, okay, yeah, so from this here, not from here. Yeah, there you go, so you try to find a little movement, yeah. And then you bring it behind, and you can use your right hand to gently bring it, right, and shimmy it up. Yeah, good. And then you'll feel this internal rotation here, right? So then you lift that shoulder up. Then you can use this hand to guide and help. Even just a touch is like the mother, you call that the mother hand in times. Here. Yeah, and then lift and roll it back. Right, as best you can. All right. And then take the shoulder blade down and onto that. Good. Yeah. Exactly. Couple of breaths to observe and try to extend. So when we take this arm back, this side gets, so it's like this, right? So this side has to lift, right, and turn towards Tony. Yeah, there you go, more in towards Tony. Yeah, not the head, but the torso. Yeah, exactly. Good, and then slowly release. Extend, grip the elbow, and the hand, the fingers too, like extend, and then turn. Wow. Lift the inner elbow up, and then roll the shoulder down. Yeah. Rip the elbow and extend. Good. And then release. Woo. Okay. From now, this arm up. Gomukasi. This arm is the lower arm. Gomukasi. Right? Yeah. So you could use the belt. Yeah. You could use the belt. Right. Or you could just work towards gripping. Lift that elbow, turn the armpit in towards the face of the top arm. Yes, that's it. Bring the shoulder blade away from the upper back, away from the neck. Yes, like that, even as you lift the arm. Yes, lift and roll the right shoulder and back, and shoulder blade down, and then assist the ribs. Yes, good. Lift that top arm, drop it, and turn it. Yes, and lift it. Yes, and lift it. Lift it any amount and turn it. Yes, good. Take a breath and then extend the top arm up, out to the side, palm up. And then extend the bottom arm and then spiral out to the side. You can spread the fingers. And then draw the shoulder blades down and grip the elbows well. Good. Turn your ribs a little to the left by hand. Yes, good. And then lower your arms. And you can turn your ribs a little to the right. And that up? Yeah, turn more. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Girl. Yeah, good. And then the other side. Up. Touch. You can use this hand, right? To assist. And then left arm is the bottom arm. Right? And you can try to eat. You can use the belt. Whoa. This is real tapas. You know tapas? Not poo-poos. Austerity, eat. Okay. Turn your ribs on you. Good. Turn your head back. Yeah. Good. And then inhale, take the top arm up, out to the side. Take the bottom arm out to the side. Spiral the arms. Good. So now we're going to change arms. So now this, you can shimmy this one up, right? With this arm. And then you take the top arm up. So you're changing arms, but you're using this hand to assist this arm. So you're taking the bottom arm first, top arm second, right?
We just did that, right?
Change arms, just change arm. So this first one, we started with the top arm, now we're just starting with the bottom arm, change arms. And so when you start with the bottom arm, you can use the other arm to assist, right? Yeah, you can use one hand to assist the other. Right, yeah. And chest up, yes, good. Take a breath. Undo. Extend. right? Now you can use your right hand to assist your left hand on bottom arm. And then you take your other arm out. And you make that connection and you adjust. And you take a breath. Good. Ribs in and to the left. Yes. That's good. Good. Take a breath and change. So now you can use whichever hand you want to adjust whichever hand you want, right? So whichever arm is the problem child, you can adjust with the other arm. You take a breath and then you change. This is my problem child here. Wow. Yes. You take a breath. Yes. And then you extend when you're done and spiral and release your arms. Come to your, actually, if you're able, can you lean back and then lift one leg and extend and turn the knee in Dandasana. Grip the knee, grip the knee, grip the knee. Okay, if not, then you can come out the other way, like we've been doing, right? And then you lift this knee, extend, grip the knee, sit in Dandasana, grip the knees and sit up. Grip the knees, grip, grip, grip. Yeah. No, come on, grip the knees, grip. Straight knees, yeah. Move forward, Robin, move forward more. Okay, grip the knees now, come on, grip the knees. Grip. Open the backs of the knees, grip and push out through the heels, straighten them, yeah. So that's another counterbalance.
Distracting thing.
No, it's actually it's the thing you want to do opposite, right?
Yeah.
Open you want to grip here and open the backs of the knees, you want to engage these muscles that have been stretched. That's the idea, yeah. Now you can go to Baddha Konasana. That's a different counter stretch for the knees. It's external rotation, right? You feel that? That's also a relief for the knees. But doing the opposite thing. Yeah. Good. Very good. And then 10 weeks. Fine. 1008. We will do Virasana forward. Okay. Moving forward with the buttocks on the heels and the arms extending, the head down. I wonder if you're going to find this easier. I'm curious. But you could blanket on your shoes then. It's just enjoying it. Yeah. Okay. It's good for a moment, right? Yeah. And then it doesn't feel anymore. Right. Somebody else. It's minor killing. 2 cells die. Don't you think? Find the length in the side body. Breathe into the back body. Absorb your spine, move it in towards your sternum and up towards your head. If you're able to keep your arms to your leg down dog, that is good. If you need to bend your elbows and rest your arms, that is also good. While your knee is a little funny, so you can your chest can move to your thigh. You can be okay, Tony, or both for the left. I'm just, is that all right? Yeah. There. Shoulders go around to the outside edges of the back. Okay. There and towards the spine. Yeah, in this way. Yeah, forward. Yeah. Yes. Good. Okay. And then you have your hands and knees. You're going to blanket on props. And then we'll come up and down into Trikonasana, downward facing dog. Hands with the front of the mat, spread the palms well, grip the elbows well. And lift up energetically from the palms of the hands through the elbows and arms into the shoulder side. I suggest you take these things off. They're not gonna tell you you've done anything. You'll just constrict the blood flow. Yeah. Good. Push down and forward. Lift up energetically, grip the elbows well. Then push turn your toes under, push your buttocks back towards your heels. Look back at your heels. Draw the outer ankles in and press the inner heels down into the big toe mounds and press down into the hands, forward into the fingers as you come up. Lift the buttocks high and keep the heels up. Release the head down. Take a few breaths. Yeah, good. That's it. Turn your hands a little out, finding and Tony. Turn your hands a little out so your wrist creases point straight ahead and press into the index finger mounts. Press into the thumb mounts and lift up energetically from the elbows in and up. And lift up from the outer wrists to the elbows to the armpits, and from the armpits to the outer hips. Lift the outer hips, pull the inner groins back, and slowly reach the heels back towards the rope wall and out to the sides a little bit, so the outer edges of the feet are parallel, and then down. And maintain the lift of the sit bones as you reach the heels back and down, slowly, slowly. Lift the kneecaps up. Lift the inner ankles up to the inner knees, up to the inner groins, and widen the inner groins of the pelvic floor. Roll them back. Pull the outer hips back. Press down with the hands forward with the fingers. Roll the shoulder blades to the outer edges of the back. Externally rotate the upper arms. Turn the elbows in and up. Good. Weight back in the legs as much as you can. Keep your arms reaching forward. Keep your arms reaching forward. Yeah. Good. And then walk your feet forward with your hands, move back with your feet, and Uttanasana, standing forward bend. And you can widen your feet a little, soften your ankles and knees. Let your knees come out a little, like a squat. Look here for a sec. Look what I'm doing. And the outer edge of the feet, it's like Virasana forward. My feet are wide. Then the frontal hip points can come down between the thighs, and the torso can dangle down. And then you slowly open the legs, and you can keep the knees bent for a little while, right? And shift the weight a little towards the front of the feet. Lift the shoulder blades and broaden, release your neck and head down, hollow the waist, don't push it forward. Right, and then slowly release the hamstrings from the backs of the knees up to the sitting bones, and move down from the backs of the knees into the heels. And open the backs of the legs up. Bring your hands on the ground, yeah, and not quite so wide. Yeah, there you go, release your head. Yeah, and really bring your waist back. Good. And then slowly dig the heels down and release the hamstrings up. Good. That's it. See if you can open the back of the legs completely now. Open the backs of the legs. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So then the knees are straight. Lift the kneecaps and bring your hands a little bit forward of your on the ground. So if you need to bend the knees, then bend the knees. Widen your feet more, Fernanda. Widen your feet. Yeah, that's it. Head up. Be on your fingertips. Yeah, firm your lower belly towards your spine, and then roll your sitting bones down towards your heels. Lift your hamstrings up towards your sitting bones. Take your hands to your hips. Look forward and lift your chest up, and send your buttocks and pubic bone down. Keep your inner groins back. Keep your inner groins back. Keep your hip, yeah. Good. And then bring your feet sit bone width distance. Here's your inner groin. Look here. Pushing this forward is not healthy. Okay. So you want your groin fit as deep as your armpit. Deep groins. Right? Okay, and then as you do that, you're like, let my butt stick out, right? So then you take your tailbone, so you're dropping your top buttocks towards your bottom buttocks, taking your tailbone towards your pubic and lift the pelvic floor up. Okay, that's with the lunge, right? And you lift up really from the inner ankles through the inner knees, inner calves and knees, inner thighs, all the way up to the inner groin, right at the pelvic floor, and lift up through the central channel in front of the spine, all the way up to the front of the throat. That's the actual core of the body. Okay, and then root the top, bring your heels of your hands with the roots of your thighs here. Press those back. And as you do that, widen your buttocks away from the sides of the sacrum. Press here. Press. Push it back. Widen the buttocks and don't put gluteus maximus right below the skin. Let the muscles deeper by the sacrum area. Absorb the sacrum. Moving forward. There's pubis. Reaffirming and adjusting the hips. Yeah. From the outer hips in and we're down into the outer feet. Turn your arms and pull your arms down and back. Good. Grip the elbows. Pull the arms down and back. Finding reverse the arm check. Lift. Shoulder blades down. Good. And then buttocks down a little bit, Amanda, and ribs back, yeah, there you go, put it chin level, eyes level. Put it eyes soft, gaze soft. Relax, all the effort, relax as much effort as you can, but maintain as much alignment as you can. You bring your arms a little bit more down now, towards your hips, yeah? Front ribs towards the back ribs, buttocks towards the heels. Lift the lower back ribs up off the top rim of the sacrum, just like we do when we're sitting, right? So you release your buttocks down. Yeah, there you go, adjusting your pelvis. And then the ribs don't live in front of the hips, they live right over the hips. And then you have to do something more in your upper, yeah? Crack, good, no extra charge for that crack. Good, and then inhale, take your arms up without disturbing all that. Good, and then exhale, come over to Uttanasana. You can widen the feet, bend the knees, release the torso, release the skin of the back body, hollow out. Couple of breaths, putting some pressure on the backs of the legs, release your head. Good. Come to your fingertips and inhale, bring your right leg back. Here you might want a blanket under your knee, right? You're gonna lower the knee, point the toe. Draw the outer ankle in. Press the top of the foot down, lift the knee up like up dog. Spiral the inner thigh up and reach back from under your ribs, across the front of the thigh, across the top of the knee to the top of the ankle and the foot. And at the same time, bring your left knee forward of your toes in the low lunge, and then you gently lower your right knee down. Press the fingertips down. And you want to keep your heel on the ground. So if the heel is coming up, you need to move that foot just a little forward. Maybe your front foot just a little forward. That's good. Just a little. That's enough. Just enough so you can dig the heel down. Yeah. But you are working on find your left sitting bone, and you're working on moving that towards your left heel. But move your foot a little forward, finding it because your heel's ungrounded. Keep the heel grounded. Dig the heel down. As you take the sitting bone towards the heel. Lift. Yes. Good, Robin. Good. Okay. Pushing back. Curl the toes under, come to high lunge. Turn the waist, outer hip, flat palm, step back. Straight arm chaturanga. Exhale, gently lower your knees, spiral your inner elbows forward, bend the elbows back. Lift the buttocks up. Take the chest and chin down. Ashtangasana. Big parts touch. Glide the legs back. Roll the thighs in. Point the toes. Outer ankles in. Press the knees down. Press the feet down. Top of the feet with the knees. And find the tailbone and take it through the pubic. Press the pubic down. Slide the hands back. So you're lifting your chest like a locust, right? Slide your hands back. Head up, chin up, chest up. And then root the hips down. Extend the leg back. Push a little bit into the hands. They keep the hips on the ground. Over.
Like the knees on the ground?
The knees will come down as you lift up, right? But you're working on extending the legs back. Yeah. And then you push back towards your wide-legged pilot pose for just a moment. And then up into Uttanasana, down facing dog for a few breaths. Okay, and down facing dog. Good. Squeeze your elbows and walk your feet a little forward, Robin, and then lift your hips a lot. Yes. Good. That's it. Good breaths there. Take your heel just a little out and at it, just a little bit, yeah. And observe how that rolls the thighs in more and broadens the back of the thighs, pelvic floor and buttocks. Okay, and then inhale, bring your right leg forward, between your hands, and then gently lower your left knee down and bring the toe, draw the outer ankle in. Press the top of the foot down and lift the knee up dog. Spiral the inner thigh up and extend the leg back. From under the ribs, across the hip flexor, across the knee, ankle, top of the foot. Try to straighten that back knee. Lift the back, yes, straighten the back knee completely. Reach back, and as you do that, bring your right knee forward over your toes. And then you'll feel that, stretching of the left leg, right? And then slowly lower it down. And then keep the right heel grounded, moving the right sitting bone towards the back of the heel. Press the fingertips down and open the front of the left thigh. Or back bend. Okay, and then you push back, high lunge, which means the knee is over the ankle. Pull the waist in, throw the back toes under, back knee up. That's also high lunge. And from the outer right hip as you exhale, step forward into Uttanasana. Widen inner thighs, backs of the thighs, pelvic floor, outer. So find the sacrum, and then spread the buttocks away from the sides of the sacrum, and along the outer hips, down the outer legs to the outer feet. As you lift your feet up to the pelvic floor and widen it. Coming up with forward, and then you can take your hands to hip or reach your arms up And inner groins back. Maintain. Yes, good. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, you reach up. Exhale, you come down. Have a, you know what? Let's take a blanket. Everybody, I think it's good. For the knee. And then you're going to come down dog, step your left leg back. Knee down. To a point. Huh? And then you can have your blocks handy as well. So your left knee down, right leg forward. Okay. And then you use the blocks if you need them. Okay. So then, so again, you're going to point the foot around the outer ankle and then press the top of the foot down, lift the knee up like we've been doing up dog. Right, so you straighten that back leg as much as you can, straighten the knee and reach back, straighten your knee more. Back and straighten it up, come on, all the way straight. Yes, and then reach back as you take the right knee forward and down, and gently lower your left knee down. Okay, right into the chest. Good. That's it. So your right hip is coming towards your right heel. Right sitting bone. Yes, as you reach the left leg back. Can you feel that? In the front of the left leg? Yeah. Good. Now push back. Push back. So your right knee over your right ankle. Pull your belly in, pull your outer hips in, and stand on your inside edge of your right foot and come up. Yeah. Now take the top buttocks down towards the bottom buttocks and curl the sitting bones towards the back knees so you keep your pelvis more upright. You going up, lower belly to spine, and the outer right hip down. Yeah. And then maintain that so if you direct your thumbs down and with the front of the points up, right? And you slowly come forward. Now you'll feel a big difference, right? Now, if you let your hips spill onto your thigh, that's not much of a difference, right? So try to keep that right hip bone up, and you go under. And as you go. And then at some point you can extend your arms down and try to keep sinking. You're gonna lose the hip. That's okay. You can lose it, but try not to, right? Reach your arms down, sink your pelvis. Trying to get the right heel to the right sitting bone to the right heel. Yeah. And then inhale, take your arms up. Yes, squeeze your elbows in, rather than up edge of the shoulder blades. Now stay up into the inside edge of the foot and lift your right hip up off your thigh. Yeah, now pull your thoracic vertebrae in and then use that to take your head back and up. Good, and then sink your hip as you reach back towards your left foot. Yes, good, that's it. And then exhale and come down. Push back, take a breath. Curl the left toes under, high lunge, flat palms, step back. Straight arm chaturanga. Exhale, lower your knees. Kick your butt out. Spiral your inner elbows forward. Then no, look here. Fernanda. Use your inner elbows forward. No, they're together. Inner elbows forward. Yes, more. Turn your elbows more. Yeah, elbows. Turn your mouth. Ah, okay. Okay. Now bend your elbows back. And so instead of out to the side, try to keep them in. Yes, that's it. Chin down. Yeah. Chin forward. Chin forward. More forward. More forward. Yeah. Like that. Good. Now extend the legs back. Good. Roll the thighs in. Draw the outer ankles in. Press the tops of the feet down. Lift the knees up. Widen buttocks. Widen pelvic floor. Take a tailbone towards the pubis and press down at the top of the thigh and the bottom of the pubic bone. Can you feel that? And use that to lift your chest up. Extend the legs back, pull the hands back. Don't use your hands. Come on, it's locust. Lift your chest, lift your chin, Tony. Don't use your hands. Don't use your hands. Good. Lift your chin. Yes, chest. Okay, now you can use your hand. Good. But lift, not this. Shoulders have to stay down. Chest. Yes. Hips stay down. Hips stay down, Nicole. Hips stay down. Bend your elbows more. Bend your elbows more. Bend your elbows more. Yes, not much. Good. And then exhale. So that's the real deal. That's the real deal, right? So we cheat all the time with cheating. Yeah. Good. And then move it down dog when you're ready.
Water across from me.
What'd you say?
To sit across from me next.
No, it's great.
Don't sit across from me. Yeah, you were the one who sat across from me. Okay, now lift your heels, shift your weight forward, left leg forward, come to your fingertips, throw your right knee out. So make sure your knee lands on the blanket, you can adjust, right? Point your right foot, draw the outer ankle in, so you're not sickling, right? Press the top of the foot down, lift the knee, and then reach back. So lift your knee, come on, lift your knee up, all the way, that's, and when you lift the knee, try not to lift the top of the foot off the ground. Keep it, yes, keep doing that, and as you do that, shift your left knee forward of your toes. Shift your left knee forward of your toes, your right foot can slide a little forward. Yes. So look here, knee goes this way. Yeah, yes, keep doing that. And reaching back. Yes, and then slowly lower. And then you want to work towards getting that left sitting bone on the left heel. Yes, and lift the torso up. Yeah, good. And then you push back, right? Then you're going to push back. Left knee over the left ankle. From the outer hip to the bottom. Okay. Press into the inside edge of the front foot and the top of the back foot. Push back and press into the top of the back foot. From your right hip in towards the midline, Tony. In towards Susan. Push it towards Susan. Yeah, and then as you do that, drop the left hip down. The outer left hip down. So this is the hip. Right. This one. Push that one. Yes. Towards Susan more. Yes. And then push back so you're more over this knee. Yes. Push back more. Yeah. Hands to hips. Hands to hips. Drop the outer left hip down. Yes, even as you do. And then curl the sitting bones under. Lift the frontal hip points up. And stretch the front of that great leg. You feel that? Drop the outer left hip down. Try to push the right hip towards Susan. Yes, as you drop the outer left hip down. So look here, it's this you're hiking up here. Right. So this has to. Yeah. And then it's going to the other. Yeah, they go together. We have to try to find a place to do both. You could totally get your left foot more towards Susan. Okay, now move your right hip in more. More. In. Yes, I agree with that. Just keep, yeah, there you go. So you're over the knee. Okay. Now maintain that lifting, start to sink forward. My hands on the hips to direct your buttocks down in front of your points up, pull your belly in towards your spine. You're gonna need to move your left foot a little more forward, I think, Robin. Yeah. And then you sink. Ooh. Okay. Reach back. Pull the arms down. Lift the chest up. Sink. Good. Okay, now push into the inside edge of the left foot and lift the left hip off the thigh. Just a little bit, right? So you come out of it a little bit. Try to lift the hip up off the thigh. But yes, I'm gonna waist it. Take your arms up. Broaden the shoulder blades at the top. Even as you pull the elbows in and arms up. Good. And then sink a little more. And lift the hip up off the thigh. Pull the thoracic vertebrae in and then look back towards your hand. And sink a little more. You lose the hip. That's okay. Sink a little more. Good. Reach the chest up. Reach. Grip the elbows. Good. Beautiful. Exhale over your arms. Good. Push back. Take a breath. Throw the right toes under. Lift the right leg up. And then exhale and step forward. Uttanasana. Now widen your inner thighs and let the inner thighs roll back and spread out along the backs of the thighs as you widen the backs of the thighs right at the top by the sitting bones. Drop the buttocks around onto the outer hips. Move down into the outer feet. As you lift up from the inner feet, through the inner knees to the pelvic floor and keep it broad. And then head up. Pull the waist in, buttocks down, hamstrings up, hands to hips, come up. Inner groins back, maintain it. Yeah, pubic bone up, buttocks down. Firm the sacrum, firm the arms. Good, okay. So now, let us do it at the wall. So, take the mat in between the two books, bring it to the wall, okay? Like this. And then fold your blanket. There. Like that. Put that close to the wall. Have your blocks in place. If you're sensitive on the top of your foot, you might want to grab like an eye pillow or a blanket to use. Okay, and then you're gonna come. So now, don't try to go as far back as you can with your knee. Okay, the knee on the blanket to put up the wall. But so you start easy. All right, going towards heart, right? Then, I'm not gonna mirror you. Oh, yes, I will. Okay, so move your right knee back. Oh, let's start with the left knee. Probably easier for most people. Left knee on the blanket. Fold it the other way. Goes a long way, yeah. Okay. So put your left knee on the blanket, left foot up the wall. Okay, walk back. And don't be too close to the wall with the knee. Try to come as toward the front edge of the blanket with the knee, right knee. Bring your left knee more forward, Fernanda. Left knee, forward, towards knee. More. There you go. Okay, you're starting easy, not hard, okay? Now you lean into the blocks, push down, right? Pull the waist in, you bring the outer hips, lift your left leg up and move it forward. Yeah, in between the block. Yeah, I'm sorry, right leg, I'm sorry. So that's why I said I'm in the mirror. The noodle, the mirror, but I'm doing it. So if I say the wrong thing, you try to figure it out. So you might not want that blanket there, where your foot is, because your foot might slide too much. You want to be able to push down into this foot, right? You might not want that. I think, well, you'll see, okay? Move your right foot forward of your knee, right foot forward of your knee, forward of your knee, forward. Yeah. Now push strongly into the inside end of that foot, turn the outer hips and come upright. You can use your hands on the wall. Okay. Hello, quads. Now, if this is happening in right, a lot, come down and move that knee more toward the front of the blanket. You can even move the blanket more forward. Yeah, kind of. That's easier. Come on, right? Yeah. Right, and then it's that same idea here, right? So you want to take the top buttocks towards the bottom buttocks, sitting bone towards the backs of both knees, pubic bone up. Right, and then the outer right hip down, even if you have the left hip in, so the hips are square. And especially, you want to pull that right buttock under, right? And the right hip up. You can use the hands on the wall. And then you can move your front foot backward as needed. Try to push yourself back so your buttocks next to your heel if possible. Good. Okay. So maybe if you're stable, you can take your arms up. Good. Grip your elbows well. Good. Broaden your shoulder blades and follow your armpits. Broaden your shoulder blades at the top. Broaden the shoulder blades at the sides of the back. Good. Straighten both elbows and both wrists. Good, Tony. Better. And then bring your hands down. Good.
Is your foot supposed to be straight up?
Straight up.
Okay.
Good. It's, of course. I mean, there's no perfection, right? You might want to turn it's a little harder to maybe angle it, but you might want to turn the eye pillow the other way, so it's all along the top of the foot.
It's sort of together.
Yeah, okay. And then coming down, so you first bend your right knee. Bring your left foot down. And then bring your right knee on the blanket, and you can move your blanket a little further from the wall, you still need more space, right? Okay, and then you lean into the blocks, right? And then you use that to pull your left foot through. Right, lean into, yeah. There you go. Good. Okay, and your left foot is a little forward of the knee, gives you a little more stability. Okay, and then you bring the outer hips from the waist and come up. So much more stable on this side, tighter on that side, not wrong. All right, so come down and move your knee more forward. You need to move your knee a little more forward. Yeah, there you go. Try that. Yeah, better. A little bit better. Okay. So then here too, right? You want to drop the outer left hip down without pushing the right hip all the way away. Right? You have to find that. And here too, you want to release your lower back muscles, drop the top buttocks to the bottom buttocks, throw the sitting bones under, and put the belly into the spine. You're neutralizing your pelvis, right? And you're fine. So find a come down, come all the way down. Remove that blanket under your feet. And move the red blanket more forward. You need to come further from the wall. Yeah. Move the red blanket more forward. Yeah, take that from off. Okay, try that. Better? Better? Better. Yeah, drop that left hip down. Curl the left sitting bone under towards the knee. And release the lower back muscles on the left side. Yes, yes, better. Push back towards the wall. Don't cry. You can you can move the front foot back a little, if you need to, and then see if you can take the arms up. You're safe. If you're not, don't. Drop the buttocks, fine. Yes, more. And take the front ribs to the back ribs. Yeah, take the arms up. Good. Good. Okay, release. Good. We're gonna add something. Okay, so come down. And those of you who are having a really rough time, move this blanket more forward. Okay? A little bit more forward. There's no shame in that. You're just gonna have a better pose, right? And that's what we want. You have to add one in. This is the preparation for Ekapada King, one-legged king pigeon, which is when you do the pigeon pose and you go over that front head and everybody hates the back leg stuff. This is the back leg stuff, because eventually you're gonna hold that foot, right? And with the front leg bent like that in pigeon, but we start with this, okay. So now, that being said, take your left leg up again, up the wall. Lean into the blocks, pull the waist in and the outer hips and slide your leg to the floor. You repeat, right? And then you can pull the blocks back, actually, now, and come up. You come up, yeah. And adjust the pelvis, right? Front sitting goes under. Yes, how we move. Yes. And then push back towards the wall. Good. Okay. Good. So now it starts to look a little bit different. It starts to look like what we were doing before, the low lunge, except the foot's up here, right? So then you start to come forward. Make a stretch, right? And you're still trying to go in front of the point up, right? Take your time to use the block. Oh boy. Yeah. You really lean into the blocks, right? You might need to adjust your front foot a little more forward. Yep, and lift the torso up. As you sink the hips down. Again, you're trying to make that right sitting bone go towards the heel. Yep. Stamp into the inner right foot. Maybe you can take the arms up. Good. Grip the elbows well, coil your thoracic vertebrae and take your head back, see if you can reach back and touch the wall. Good. Okay. Good. Good. And then we'll try that on the other side. Okay. That. All the way. You got it. Cage legs, so you take your right leg up the wall. Adjust your knees so that it's doable. Not too close to the wall. And your front foot a little more forward, right? And then you come up and start with just repeating the stretch we just did, pushing back, right? Oh, yeah. Outer left kick down. Yeah, move your left foot way forward of your knee. More. Yeah, there you go. Now push back towards the wall. Push back. Yes, stretch the quad. Good. Upright the pelvis. Take a breath. So finally move your right knee forward on that blanket. It's too far back and your hips are jutting forward. You have to move your right knee. Yeah, more. All the way to the front edge. Okay, try that. Give yourself a chance to lift your left hip off your left thigh. And turn a little to the left. Yes, as you do that, the buttocks will come down the waist. Yeah. Put your hand on the left buttock and then drop it in and down and pull the sitting bone under towards the back of the knee. Yes. And turn that way. Yes, more. Yes. Okay, and then you start to go forward. Take your time. Right, so you're going into that low lunge now, right? And you're gonna feel a different stretch on these quads. Interesting. This one doesn't feel anywhere near as bad as the other. Okay. So you're sinking the sitting bone down towards the back of the right here. You can pull the arms down and use the blocks. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Lift your torso up off your thigh as much as you can, and as you sink. Your sitting bone to the heel. Yeah. Maybe stamping into the inner edge of the foot and taking the arms up, spiral the arms in towards the ears. Coil the thoracic vertebrae and lift the front body up. And sink your hips even more forward and down as you reach your arms back towards the world. Yes. Yes, good. Anetta, keep going. Arms up and back. Now lift it up, take a block or fly. Okay. Come on down. Very good. And step out. Sit on your heels for a moment. Could be a breeze. Woo. You was wondering if you're ever gonna get to the meat of the practice, all this prep, but it's all practice. It's all, this is the meat. So then let's do we have time for both? Let's do Ustrasana first. I think we need to do Ustrasana first, and then do Virasana. So, Ustrasana. So, you can have a blanket like this. I actually like mine a little wider like this. It just feels actually this. Yeah. So yeah, and grab a bolster, and you should have an extra blanket also. Okay. And then, you might actually need a more full, but you're gonna keep my equal to your awesome. But let's do this first, okay? So. You don't need the blocks. And you're gonna sit on the bolster. In Radhasana. Okay, so your knees and feet are about 6 bone into this knees apart. Okay. Your thighs and lower legs are equally yours. So we're sitting on the bolster, but then we'll touch the bolster first time, then we can try it with the blanket. Okay. So if you have a hard time with the tops of the feet, you know, you will roll it under the ankles. Okay. So you should feel, you know, even with the bolster, the whole shin bone on the ground, right? It's like really opening the front of the shin and the ankle. You feel that? Press down to the tops of the feet and the top of the shins. And when you do that, can you feel like your buttocks lift off the bolster? And then press down and lift all the way up, okay? And try to keep that pressing down into the tops of the feet, the ankle, and the shin, not just the knees, okay? Try to get the shins down. Okay, push your buttocks more forward, Robin. More, and lift your chest. Push your buttocks more forward and lift your chest. Lean forward in your chest too. Yeah, there you go. So you're upright, shoulders over hips, hips over knees. Yeah, that's it. So ideally the thighs are internally rotated. So touch your buttocks around your sacrum and broaden the buttocks around the outer hips to the front, right? So try not to engage gluteus maximus. Pinch your butt and push your groin forward, right? So undo that. So wrap that around here. Keep the inner groins deep, right? And you can even hook your thumbs around in the outer thighs and pull those forward. Pull those forward. So this is internal rotation and the inner groin back. Even as the tailbone comes forward and you lift the pelvic floor up, right? And you absorb the side of the sacrum, right? And here you can let the top thighs move a little more forward as you absorb the sides of the sacrum, right? And feel the spreading in the front and lifting here. Now, you lift your shoulders, your hands are like this. Bring your hands to the top of your buttocks, like that. Take the top buttocks down. Yep, towards the bottom buttocks and hips forward, and push your hips into the middle of the room. More. Yeah, that much, okay. Then that reverse C in the armpit chest. Back of the armpit to the front of the armpit, front of the armpit up, inner the shoulder blades down, squeeze the elbows in, draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chest up. Any amount. So the lift of the top body will help you not sink in the lower back, okay? Move your chest forward and up and then forward and up. Yes, any amount. Yeah. Now take your hands to the middle buttocks like this, fingers pointed. So you keep pulling the buttocks down and move the buttocks forward and not to sink. Lift the whole spinal column up, especially the armpit chest. Don't lean back too much. Lift the chest up. Yes, and then here, under the buttocks. Lift the chest, coil the upper back up and yes. And then maybe mid-thigh, lift the chest, maybe leaning back a little, and then see if you can touch the bolster. Hands to the bolster. Maybe on the fingertips. Push the hips a little forward. Lift the chest up. Any amount. Take the shins down. And then maybe you take the head back. Now coming out, press the shins down, lift the chest up, 2 hands off at the same time, tuck the chin, back to neutral, and sit back. Good, okay? So you can repeat with the bolster. If you want, if that was easy, then you switch to a blanket. If it wasn't easy, don't. Okay? So your feet and knees are about equal distance. And you can press in the legs. And you feel the whole front of the shin and ankle and top of the foot on the mat. I'm going. Hold it in half a minute. Hold it in, so it's like a thickness of a bolster. Yeah, and so then you're gonna touch that, you can go back instead of that other bolster. Okay, now you press the shin down, try to be on the inner edges of the feet and ankles and shins as you come up. Inner rotation, lower leg, upper leg, inner groins back. Wrap the buttocks around, outer hips around, and then tail towards the pubic, lift the pelvic floor, sides and sinking forward, lift and broaden in the front, right? Lift, roll the shoulders back, take the hands to the top of the buttocks down, pubic bone up, and then draw the shoulder blades down, right? Armpit chest. The inner edge of the shoulder blades down as you take that reverse C in the armpit chest. Yeah, don't keep the head back just yet. Just work with the chest. Head is the very last thing. It's like the icing on the cake. And then lift the chest. Come on, armpit chest up and back. Not the chin. Yeah, middle buttocks. And then you're at the bottom of the buttocks. Right? Lift the chest, any amount. Touch the ceiling with the chest. Come on, touch the ceiling. Right ribs up. Come on, right chest up. Yes. And then mid thigh. Yeah. Lift the chest. Come on, lift the chest up higher. Press the shins down. Now you reach and you press your hands back. Maybe you touch your calves. Maybe you touch the blanket. Yeah. Good. Now push the hips forward. Push the hips forward. Lift the chest up. Lift the chest, armpit chest, and then the head goes back. Take a breath. Good. Beautiful. Head back if you can. No, okay. Now press the shins down and shoulder blades on the back. 2 hands up at the same time. 2 hands. Good. And sit down. So that's your arm, your mid back core, right? Armpit chest, shoulder blades on the back. That lifts you up. That's the Martha Graham I'm talking about. So you can repeat this. Oh no. Like it. Okay. Ribs back, buttocks under. Yeah. Sit in Tadasana. Dhanasana. Turn a little towards my knee. Yeah. A little more towards my knee. Yeah, I know. No, you were before. Okay, good. And then not to tickle the feet, right? Extend the inner feet, press down and come up. Okay, press the shins down. Inner groins back, tailbone forward. Okay. Move the tops of the thighs back, pull the outer hips around to the front, right? And then absorb the side of the sacrum. Okay. And then lift the side body, lift the armpit chest, that reverse seat, lift and roll the shoulders back, take the top of the buttocks down, so the hands go like this on the buttock. Lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades in, squeeze the elbows in. Mid buttock, push it forward, lift the chest, coil around the bar, yes. Come on, lift the chest in that, come on, lift it, yes. And then below the buttocks, lift the chest, both sides, right side too, yes. And then the mid thighs. Lift the chest, hips forward, chest up, and then right behind the knees, and then the calves, walk back to the feet. Eventually, if you can easily touch the feet, yes, Fernanda, see if you can get the whole hand on the sole of the foot, fingers towards the toes, palms on the heels, push the hips forward, coil the spine in, lift the chest, release the head. Take a breath, now coming out, press the shins down. Lift the armpit chest up. No. 2 hands at the same time. Good. And then come down. So if you had to do that, it means you were too far, you leaning into your, you need to be doing it on a bolster or a blanket, right? Because you weren't able to come up without doing that. Yeah. Okay. C'est bon? Good. Okay. It is 10:50. I think let's do Supta. I want to see how it is for you.
For all this, okay.
After all of it, okay? Let us see. So, you can have a blanket just like this. You can have a bolster behind you and a blanket for your head. You can have a block, whatever you think you might need. Okay?
It's half for this.
Uh-huh. Use less in a sense, if you need all that. And for Supta Virasana, it's okay if your buttocks is hanging in space for a little while. It's better than pushing your buttocks out like this. Then it's too much strong here. Just let it just send into space. So if you usually sit on a blanket, try not. Just a sec. But do, dig the flesh from behind the knees. Buttocks under. Each time you go, adjust your tailbone towards the backs of your knees more. This is like this. Yeah, pull the head blanket up, right up against your tops of your shoulders, and if it's too much, come up, and put that blanket on top of the bolster. And fold it in half like a bolster, a long way, yeah, take one more way. Might even need to clear your head. Yeah, so then you can have that stacked back just a teeny bit, so the bottom one is close to your buttocks, this one's a little further back, yeah. Use your hands, yeah, lift your chest, touch your chin, yeah. Good, now stay there, lift your buttocks up and move your buttocks good, yeah, good. You can adjust it. How's that? Yeah. Good.
What if we're gonna be able to knock some pose?
Just for a couple of breaths, I want to stop. I didn't see that much better. Bring your hands down to your chest. So, knees together, feet wider, feet wider, feet wider. Yeah, there you go. Okay, use your hands on the ground, lift your chest. Good, and start to come back, bend your elbows, elbows on the ground, walk your hands towards your feet, lift your chest. Lift your chin, good, your buttocks, put your buttocks on the ground, good. Yeah. Better, okay.
Thank you.
No, come up, you want to banana, come up. Down. Bring your knees all the way down. Knees together. Yeah, come forward. Yes, there you go. Come, hands and knees, palms flat under your shoulders, hands and knees, yeah. Bring your hands in the floor. Yeah, that's a little too far. Yeah, see how your knees are apart? Yeah. Okay, so then it's good, yeah, so come back up. And bring your knees. Straight, look. Good. Okay. Slowly, slow. Sit. Take it back. Lift up, yes. And behind. Lift your chest. Yes. Good. Walk your hands forward. Lift up. Now stay here. Chin towards your chest. Good. Look here. Buttocks up. No. Yeah. Good. Down. Good. Okay. On that. Good. You have to take some time, right? Don't just hang it in the place as quickly as possible. You have to take your time, because it's very interesting, challenging pose, right? Yeah. You have to learn to love it. Didn't work in the project.
And what's easier?
Was it?
When
good. Okay.
When you're in this.
Good. Good. Okay. There. Yeah, you were sitting on your feet, you were sitting on your heels and your knees were apart. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah. Finding more tight. Now, when you feel like you need to come out, you come out, okay? But I just want you to kind of explore this. And then you can do legs up the wall. Just right in the rest of the wall. If you want support under your hips, you can take it, whatever feels best for your back. If it's lying flat, with the you can. Elbows on the ground. Stay next to you. Your hands from. Elbows on the ground, you get your elbows on the ground, lift your hips up. Be more head for that. Actually, not again. Lift your hips. You lift your hips and you like that. Go ahead. Lift. Ankles. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Just take a couple of breaths. And then come out. Like at the wall. You'll be done. Okay? So if that, if you put it, working towards that kind of thing might be good. You know, for. You can use bolster or just flat on your back. Whatever feels best for you.
To work more.
Yes,
In your office.
yeah. You just put them in your head, under your hips, nothing. Going to be on a standing feet. That makes great motion, but. You want to do what feels best on your back and to the back fence. Broad buttocks, broad back thighs, inner brain descent. Yeah, so the pelvic floor moves towards the wall, not up towards the feet.
Right.
Sorry. Could be relaxing. Now, would you do better with a belt and a
Oh, yeah.
also, yeah, just I wanted you to do belt. Yeah. It would be 2 belts, I think. Again, yes. Good.
Yeah, nice.
Super relaxed. But there's more, there's more, more belt, more that.
Can I try again?
Yes. Who asked for it?
And
Okay. Inner feet, stomach, outer feet. Good? Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Yes. This is the bigger than back, I'm going to choose nonsense. So.
You're ready.
I'm gonna dump it out, I think, like, I'm gonna hold it down. You know, one. It's a long, it just, no, that, good. You okay, my word? Okay. So when you use this under your legs, you want to close the gap, right? So with down on your neck, and your knees, yeah. Maybe if you, maybe you should not be underrated. Really, that helps the body let go. Okay? All in face that. Like. Use that, it gives you this. Yes.
And maybe take the legs down the wall into Baddha. So you can do, I don't know. But if you have the weight, you can try to move it down yourself. And then just put it on inside. Then you can scoot down on your finance, so your buttocks is on the blanket and you have more space for your legs to go out. And you've got shoulder blankets back. Feet up on the wall. Feet up, yeah, and then, yeah, maybe you went too far back. That's okay. Bring your feet together, knees together, feet a little apart. In a squat, couple of breaths. Ready, roll over to your side. You take a couple of breaths in your side. Okay. When you're ready, make your weight up and keep sitting. Comfortable cross-legged, take your support knee. If you prefer to sit on your heels, you could do almost, or like with a block under your butts. You can keep pointing back, right? The cross-legged is really not good for you. You can always do that. Try to reserve your seat, your asana. Just get comfortable close. And we have closing chant will also be follow response, and you almost together. So you can take on to maneuver if you like, but you don't have to. Take a big breath in and out. And then inhale deeply for Om. Asujama. Satgamaya. So Take a deeper breath and lift the heart. And then as you exhale again, release the head to the heart and the hands to the thighs and pause. Couple of breaths here, bowing the head to the heart. Take a moment to dedicate the merits of your practice to anything or anyone that you would like. And then with your eyes closed, on an inhalation, curl up the back of your neck. Keep your eyes closed as you settle your head on your shoulders and raise your gaze to the horizon, keeping the eyes closed, soften the eyes, move them to the back of the head and broaden your internal gaze. And keep your gaze in your heart center, looking inwards as you allow your eyelids to gently close open. Mhm. Okay. Thank you. It'll be 79 degrees on Saturday.
So I ate one.
Oh, yeah.
I picked up balloons on a tree yesterday.
You saw what?
Balloons.
Yeah. 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 Still have tomatoes.
Right, I'm so good.
Yeah.
And a good tomato season.
Yeah.